Hello and welcome to What Three Wishes. My name's Jack Rowe and today I'm joined by a very special guest.
Hi, I'm Leo. Thanks for having me.
So today I'll be asking Leo what his three biggest wishes are in life, why they are this, and how he plans to make them a reality. So let's get straight into it.
I would say that my first wish would be to watch LeBron James play. You know, I've always loved the game of basketball. You know, I've played it, I've watched it, and you know, it's definitely a game that I enjoy. And you know, LeBron James is one of the greatest players to ever play the game, if not the greatest. And you know, to be able to have that honour to watch him play live is something very special.
Would you say that you got into basketball because of LeBron James, or?
I got into basketball first, and then I definitely, it was a day after, I'd say, I started to really follow his game. You know, because, you know, if you know basketball, you know LeBron James. And I've always admired it, you know, the way he plays, you know. He's one of the greats, and he's been the best player for a long time.
Would you say that his skill and how long he's been doing it for inspires you to play more, want to play more or play better?
Yeah, 100%, because, you know, of course, I don't think I'll ever get to that level, but just to,
Well, you don't necessarily know that.
You don't know that, yeah, but, you know, just to take after his game. Me, myself, I try to be, my game to replicate his in some way, and which I find really cool, because he does everything right on the court. You can't really complain about what he does on the court. So I definitely try to take him as inspiration, I would say.
Okay, so we're going to move on to the next wish now. Would you like to tell us a bit about that?
I'd say my next wish is probably, you know, to become successful, you know, to get a job that I really like, you know, to go into work every day and, you know, enjoy what I do. I think that's a real privilege that not many people have, and to have that privilege will be, you know, be pretty cool.
And I suppose it goes back to the old saying of, if you do a job you enjoy, you'll never really work a day in your life, will you?
Yeah, 100%, because if you're working and you have that drive to work, it honestly doesn't feel like work.
Because it pushes you to want to work harder, because it's not a job at that point. It's sort of like a hobby in a way, but it's like the most important hobby in your world, because it's what's putting food on the table.
Definitely, 100%, because I know there's many people out there that are doing jobs they don't like. And to have a job that you like is a privilege, and, you know, and it's not one that I'll take for granted, because, you know, I want to come back home and I want to say, yeah, that was a good day at work.
So, moving on from that, your final wish, we don't know much about that, but I'm sure we'd all love to learn.
Oh yeah, I'd say my final wish is, you know, to go back to my home country, the country of my parents, and, you know, which is Uganda. And it's a country that I have, you know, I really love, you know. My parents really spoke highly of the country, and I feel like it's part of who I am, it's a part of my identity. And to be able to go visit there, you know, visit family, you know, really explore the culture, I think that'll be a really cool thing to do.
And you could say it'd be a journey of self-discovery at that point, because you're not just learning about your family, you're learning about who you are, the way you were brought up and where you come from.
Yeah, 100%, because I've always said, you know, I've shown great pride in my country. You know, it's something I definitely represent my country, you know, wherever I go.
As you should.
Yeah, so to be able to go there and just to really, you know, get into the culture, you know, meet the people of where I'm from, meet family, I feel like it's a connection that I need to, you know, get in touch with.
Okay, and moving on to a question I have for you. Have you got a time frame or a time scale, an order in which you want to have these completed in?
I would say I really don't have like a strict time scale, but I definitely say watch LeBron James play first, because, you know, he spoke about retiring soon, and, you know, I think he's 40 now, so of course he doesn't have long left. Then I would say maybe become successful, because, you know, you don't know how much time you have. I have to, you know, graduate from uni first, and then I say see my home country, and then I feel like that's a pretty good way to go.
Well, I like that. Anyways, thank you for joining us this week. Thank you all for watching, and join us next time. Thank you and goodbye.